Hey, thanks for joining Fred in his kitchen. Today we're going to fix a little breakfast in kind of a rapid form, which is really delicious using some basic things and very little carbs, if any. So we start out, of course, with our pan. We put a little olive oil in that, and then we're going to move on to our. I love spinach. And spinach is good for you. If you got low iron, hey, get on the bandwagon and get yourself some spinach. Best to eat it just like this, raw. But I do like to put it in the pan when I'm doing an omelet. Okay? Don't judge me. Putting it in the pan. And always remember, whatever you think is too much in spinach is probably not enough. So I'm going to put this in here. And you notice I buy the small economy bag. Where is it? Yeah. From my friend Sammy, called Popeye. I don't know how many people, do you remember Popeye? I am 217 or 218 now, years old. Popeye, the Sailor Man, spinach. All right, I want to share a few ingredients with you here this morning. Feta cheese, heavy cream, garlic, 3 eggs. 3 eggs now will be what we'll be using for the omelet part, of course. I've got the burner on. We're going to let this kind of simmer. Let me show you what this spinach is starting to look like. Whoops, come back here. I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Make sure that spinach is picking up on all the flavors of the garlic. Of course. That's good. That almost looks good enough to eat right now. Yep. I'm going to add a little something else to this in just a minute. I'll show you. Let's let that go ahead and reduce on down. I love using that term, reduce. I think it's redundant though if you say reduce down. If you say reduce, it means down. But anyway, we're reducing the spinach to where we can manage it. In life is something like that too. If you run across something you really don't understand, you don't understand what makes it work. Sometimes you got to reduce it so you can take care of it. So, all right, we're getting a little water. I don't mind the water, but I don't want the water in the eggs necessarily. So now, getting our spinach is really looking good. Really looking good. All right, now that we have the eggs and all in and everything is looking good, I'm going to put the lid on it just to make sure. I don't think I'm going to use any cream in this one because you got to be careful in an omelet that you don't get it too soft. Like when you're putting cheese in it, you don't put your cheese in till the very last and let that happen. So anyway, we're continuing to go. And one thing I don't like is that this pan does not cooperate with me like I want it to slide things around. You really need you a good frying pan to make this happen. This is not doing exactly like I want it, but I'm going to recover because I'm going to put the lid on it and I'm going to turn it down and let it sit for a bit. Okay? Then I'll plate it and we'll go from there. Now, one thing I did not do with this that I do a lot of times is there's the bottom side of it. You can see, almost lost it. I'm going to slide it back over and get you a plate you can work with on this in a pan. But I'm doing it under duress because a lot of you may not have what you need. Okay, so Anyway, we're going to see it in the raw form. Now, once I flip this over, it'll work a little bit on that side of the omelet. Then I'm going to take a little feta cheese, and I'm going to put a little feta cheese on the top and let that kind of get happy with it. Okay, that's looking good. I think I'm going to throw this pan away when I finish this video. I've had it with that. I'm going to order another one. Amazon. In fact, I'll give you the link if you're interested in it. A good one. That is a commercial, but this is one that I bought almost a year and a half ago, and it is a great pan, and it's called an OXO. This is a 12-inch. I'm gonna get like a 10 or an 8-inch pan and the same stuff. This thing is amazing. No stick, 1 year. Great one to work with. But anyway, I'll keep it hung over here. Okay. I don't want that falling on my head. All right, I think we're about ready. We're going to slide her in the plate. Now, I don't want it to overcook. You see what you got to deal with when you're dealing with a less than perfect pan. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now I'm going to add the last little ingredient to it. And this is a little bit of salsa. I love salsa on my omelet. And with a little bit of feta cheese. Now, it's really good also, if you would like, is to put regular tomatoes on it. But you get the same thing with that. So, okay, there you go. That's the omelet that involves the spinach. Now, I'm going to eat it, but I'm not going to go through this. That's so good. You know it's good. If I'm cooking it, it's good. Thank you for joining me.